Welcome, my friends. Today, I'd like to talk about a question that many of us carry, yet rarely understand fully. How can we love ourselves correctly? Loving ourselves is not about indulgence, nor is it about self-centeredness. True self-love is a compassionate, accepting embrace of who we are, a relationship that takes patience, honesty, and kindness. Now, you may think, why is loving ourselves so important? It's because every relationship you have, your friendships, family connections, even how you serve others, reflects the way you treat yourself. You cannot give what you don't have. Just like a candle can only share its light if it's burning, you too must nurture the light within to truly share it with the world. My journey with self-love began with a lesson from my teacher. When I was a young monk, I struggled with accepting my own faults. I thought that by denying them, by burying them, I could be a better person. My teacher saw this and took me aside. "Sit with yourself," he said. "You must learn to treat yourself as you would a dear friend." I remember asking him, "How can I love myself when I see so many things I wish to change?" He smiled, wise as always, and asked, "Would you abandon a friend because they were imperfect?" His words stayed with me, and I began to realize that self-love is not about denying our weaknesses. It's about making space for them. Think about it. Just as we would offer kindness to a friend who is struggling, we too must extend that same kindness to ourselves. There's a practice I want to share with you. A simple exercise I've found deeply healing. It's called the Mirror of Compassion. Each morning, before the day begins, find a mirror and look at yourself. Not just a glance, but a real look. Don't rush past the face looking back at you. Instead, recognize that this person, this being with a heartbeat, a spirit, is deserving of love, patience, and kindness. You may see imperfections, doubts, even mistakes, but see them with compassion. Remind yourself, I am worthy of love just as I am. At first, this practice may feel strange or even uncomfortable, but over time you'll notice a shift, a quiet acceptance, a gentle warmth toward yourself. And when we learn to show this warmth toward ourselves, we become better at sharing it with others. Loving yourself correctly also means setting healthy boundaries. It means recognizing what nurtures your spirit and what drains it. In our culture, we often feel guilty for saying no. We think that denying others is unkind. But when we stretch ourselves too thin, we cannot be fully present. Boundaries are a way of respecting both yourself and others. When you are whole, you give wholeheartedly. If you find yourself caught in self-doubt, remember this: you are a unique, irreplaceable piece of this world. Self-love is acknowledging your existence as sacred, no less than the sky, the trees, or the rivers. When we honor ourselves, we begin to see our own value, not from arrogance, but from gratitude. Each breath we take is a reminder that we are part of something greater than ourselves. Think of self-love as tending to a garden. We water our plants not because they are flawless, but because they are alive. So too, we nurture ourselves, not for perfection, but for growth. And as we grow, we blossom in ways that allow us to bring more beauty into the lives of others. My friends, self-love is not a destination. It's a journey. Some days will be hard. Some moments will test you. But remember, this is all part of learning to live with kindness toward yourself. When you slip, remind yourself, I am human. And when you rise, say, I am grateful. It is in this gentle balance that true self-love resides. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. I hope you leave here with a little more peace and a little more compassion for yourself. Remember, you are enough, just as you are. If this message spoke to you, I encourage you to share it with someone who may also need to hear it. And And if you'd like to journey further on this path of inner peace, feel free to join me by subscribing to this channel. Let's walk this path together.